This is the setup guide for my bot set that I'm going to use in 2025. Its target is to make an average of 50% profit per month on the bank. Whether it does that or not is up to the run of the matches we get, but if we get near that target, I will be very happy. I'm using 3 systems in one set, and those 3 systems are 23 back bet strategies that I found on Betaminic, and 2 lay strategies I've created on Betaminic, and also 3 strategies from my own BSG Draw system. I chose these 23 back strategies by copy and pasting all the data from the public strategies on the Betaminic website and putting them into my own snapshot of all the strategies that are available on the Betaminic website. I then filtered and ranked them, trying to get strategies with high yields, low drawdowns, strategies that are based on a lot of data, and strategies that have had good results since they were shared, since they were created, and also strategies that have a low volatility, strategies that have had drawdowns that are close to their statistically expected drawdowns. And I've done that by calculating their maximum drawdown divided by their estimated losing sequence to get this value in this column here. And that filtered me down to these 16 strategies, and I added another 7 on top of them, which are my personal favorites that I followed for a long time, to give me a total of 23 strategies. I also have 2 Betaminic Lay strategies that I created myself. They've been running since October 22nd and have had some good results. One of them's doubled the bank and another one is looking promising, so both of them are included in my bot set for 2025. And I have my own BSG Draw system that I researched myself using the BF Bot Manager software, based entirely on Betfair Exchange odds. All of those have been put into this massive set of 67 bots, which is my recommended bot set for 2025. If you want to set this up and follow these, then this video will show you how to do that. First, let's set up the BF Bot Manager software and connect it to Betaminic. First, you need to download the BF Bot Manager software. The BF Bot Manager software has a free 7-day trial that you can use, and then it needs a subscription after that. If you get the 12-month subscription, it costs about £10 per month. So you download the BF Bot Manager software, install it on your computer. Next, you import the bot set. The bot set can be downloaded here from my website on the Start Now page. And it says here, click here to download the current bot set. Next, you need to import the bots into your BF Bot Manager software. You can do that by left-clicking on the Import Strategies button, not the Import Private Strategy, but Import Strategies button, and then select the bot set from here. When you import it, it will just be a long list of bots, and we can tidy this up by going to the Group By column, right-click on that, and then left-click on Group By this column. And it will sort it into 4 nice groups for you. If you click on a group, it will expand the group. If the bots are not in order, then you can left click on the name column to put them in alphabetical order. With the bot set, you only need to run group 1 and group 3. Those are the only mandatory groups that you must run. The other groups are optional. The group 1 bots receive the tips and they bet 10p on each of those bets. And that's so we can see how many bets each bot has made and what their win rate has been, and their results on level stakes. There's a group 1 for the Betaminic picks and a group 1 for the BSG Draw System picks. And when these bots bet, the group 3 bots will be triggered by those group 1 bots and they will place bets. The reason I do it this way is because some of these bots might produce the same selections. There might be 2 or 3 bots all selecting the same draw or the same home game. And I don't want to bet on duplicates, but I do want to know how many bets each strategy has made and how it's performing individually. So I do want to see those bets individually. But for my main betting, my big betting bank, I don't want to bet on duplicates. So they all go into one bot, which will only bet once on each selection. So there will be no duplicates in this system. And that's why I've set it up this way. Also in this bot set, this is using a 1,000 bank, but I have split it into 2 £500 banks. One is using Whitaker LC percentage and one is using Whitaker NLC. Basically, Whitaker LC is linked to the cumulative total. Basically, it's linked to the current bank. So as the bank gets bigger, a 1% bet becomes a larger actual amount. So the bigger the bank gets, the bigger the stakes will get. But what that means is that when the bank gets really big, it will be risking all of that bank all the time. But also as the bank gets smaller, it will stake smaller amounts. Whitaker, non-linked to cumulative or non-linked to the current bank, will place all of its bets based on a percentage of the starting bank. No matter how big the bank gets, it will always place bets based on the starting bank size. And what this means is the longer it runs, even if the bank gets quite big, it will only be risking the initial size bank when it places its bets. Why have I split them up like this? Well, if I look at the results of these 23 strategies over the past year, I can see that while Whitaker LC staking, the link to the current bank, that percentage one, made the most profit with 379 points compared to not linking it to the current bank, which only made 270 points, we can see that it had much bigger ups and downs. It was a very big roller coaster along the way. And that starting bank of 100 points was up 2,000 points at one stage. It had multiplied its bank 20 times, but then there was a huge losing run and it went back to about 600 points. And if you had £20,000 that dived down to £6,000, that might be a little bit too much stress for someone to watch. Whereas the same losing run with Whitaker not linked to the current bank was a much gentler descent. It only lost maybe, it went down from 509 to about 330. So that could have been a large drop from £5,000 to £3,300, but not enough to give you a heart attack. What my researchers told me is that when you have a betting system that has smooth profit, then the LC staking is going to win every time. And if you have a system that has smooth losses, the LC staking will slowly descend down to zero, but it won't go beyond zero, so it's good in that sense. But when you have a lot of volatility around zero and it ends up just in a little bit of profit after going up and down over a long journey, then the Whitaker staking NLC tends to do better, which is why I've decided to hedge my bets and just split the bank into two, because I don't know if it's going to be volatile, if it's going to be a smooth upward trend or a smooth downward trend. So I've hedged my bets. Just to explain that again, why am I splitting between NLC and LC? If it's a smooth ride up, then LC will make lots of profits. If it's a volatile ride up with big losing and winning runs, then it's the luck of the wins and losses timing over which will be better, LC or NLC. But LC will probably come up better, but it will have massive swings like minus 50%, plus 100% months that are going to give you a lot of heart attacks. Also, if it's a volatile ride up and down, ending up flat or with a bit of profit or a bit of loss at the end, then NLC will make more profit than LC. If it's a smooth ride down, then LC will slowly head towards zero, but NLC will hit minus 100 points first, and then we stop it manually, and then we will rethink things there. So by splitting my bank into two, then we can get the best of both worlds. We don't know if we're going to have a smooth upward trend or a volatile flat trend, so that's why I'm splitting it between NLC and LC. So if we get a good run, then we've got a lottery ticket that's going to propel our bank upwards with LC. And if it's going to bobble around, not doing much exciting, then NLC will do better for us, I think. The other groups are for tracking. So Group 2 places bets individually on all the tips again, but using a Whitaker NLC bank. That's so that when things go well or badly, we will know which strategy is providing most of that profit, or which strategy is doing the best, or which strategies are doing very poorly, so that if we get a strategy that's reaching 200, 300, 400 bets, but it's making a lot of loss, then we might consider taking a look at that strategy a bit more closer and thinking if we want to stop it or keep going with it or not. So this is a good way to track its performance using Whitaker staking. And this is just using a £100 bank, but this doesn't mean we have like a bank of 2,300 here. This is just one big 100 shared bank, basically. And there's also a tracker for the BSG Draw System as well. So that's Group 2. Group 2 is basically a tracker for Whitaker staking for each individual strategy, so we know which one's doing well and which one's doing badly over the long term. And then Group 4 is a way to track different staking plans. So if you're someone who's always doubting in your mind, is this Whittaker staking really helping? Was this the right choice? Then this will tell you exactly what's happening as you go along. It will tell you what if you've just done level stakes, what if you've just done target profit, what if you've just done 1% percentage staking, and what if you had just done NLC or just done LC. And that's split between the back bets and the lay bets. So all of the bets from group 1 are all sent, they're all funneled to group 3 and to the group 4 bots. You must have the group 3 bots running, but you don't need to have the group 4 bots running, and you don't need to have the group 2 bots running. They're just trackers. For me, I'm having all of these running, all 4 groups are running on my simulation bot, but only my group 1 and group 3 bots are running on my real mode VPS that's doing my proper betting. That's just because I don't need them running on that VPS because I'm tracking them with my simulation bot. This is set up for a 1000 bank. So if you want to change the stakes on them to a larger or smaller bank, then you just need to edit the group 3 bots. So it's a 1000 bank split into 2 £500 banks. So to change the bank on percentage staking is very easy. You're just going to staking, you go to percentage of bank, and here you would just change that to 1000 and click set new to change it to a 1000, this to a 1000 bank. And then similarly, if I want to double this in size, then currently it's the equivalent of a £500 NLC bank, and that's done by the level stake times 100. So if I wanted this to be a 1000 bank for this bot, then I would change it to £10 level stakes. 10 times 100 is 1000, and then this would be a 1000 bank bot. And then this bank plus this bank, the 01 plus the 02 becomes your total bank. So 500 plus 500 is 1000. If this was 1000 plus 1000, that would be a 2000 bank. So in this case, I want to start with a 1000 bank. I want to show what it can do with a 1000 bank. So you've imported the bots. Next, you need to buy a Betaminic subscription. After you register and are logged in on the Betaminic site, then you can click Buy Picks. And then you should choose the 30-day plan, which gives you 30 days of full access to the Betamin Builder tool, and up to 1000 picks can be used during that 30-day plan. By having this plan, you can create strategies, you can use their aggregator, you can get access to all of their available markets. In the free version, you only get the home wins. We can automate things with the Betfair bot manager, and we can only set that up once we buy a subscription. The free version doesn't allow that, and we can make and save and follow strategies and so on. So you need to get the 30-day plan. After you buy a subscription, then you should email support@betaminic.com and ask them for a BFBM URL, the BF bot manager URL, because at the moment in your free version, you will get a screen like this that doesn't have the link in it. But once you buy a subscription, this screen will change and it will have your URL in there, your link there. And once you have that URL here, copy and paste the URL that you find here. So copy the URL, and in your BF bot manager software, go to Manage Tips, go to Betaminic Settings, and paste your Betaminic URL into here and paste it here. You don't need to click on Download Tips now, just paste it in here and click Save. So then your Betaminic account is now connected to your BF bot manager account. That's done. Next, you need to follow the 24 strategies in the list, back strategies and the 1 lay strategy that are on the public strategies page. On my website, on the Get Started Now page, there is the BSG betting guide. I'm sure you have it already, but in that PDF, you will find the list of those strategies and the links. And then if you right click and open at the hyperlink, it will take you to that strategy, and you left click on this green icon here, and that will follow the strategy. So right click, open the strategy page, and click follow for all of these, all 23 of these strategies. As I said before, click on the little tick to follow a strategy. After you have followed all those strategies in the list, you start the bots. As I said before, group 1 and 3 are necessary, so you should start all of those, and group 2 and 4 are optional. So you should start all of these group 1 strategies and also start the group 3 strategies if you're happy with a 1000 starting bank. If not, then edit the bank to the level you want and start the bots. And this will mean that all of these strategies are now started. Part 1 complete. Next, set up part 2. We need to make and follow the other lay strategy in the Betamin Builder. So one of the lay strategies I managed to get shared specially by Betaminic to demonstrate what a lay strategy is, what it looks like, so people could copy and duplicate it or follow it. But this new one, you just have to make yourself. So, and it also gives you a chance to learn how to use the Betamin Builder a bit better. So to create this, the second lay strategy, I want you to use this exact strategy name. So from the setup PDF, you can copy and paste from there, or you can copy and paste from the description under this video, but you must use this exact name, otherwise it won't work. So copy that name, and in your Betamin Builder, go to My Strategies, click on Add Strategy, paste that name under strategy name, don't need a description, select the match odds market type, and select home team. Then click submit, click OK. Then we're going to enter the filters as here. Odds for the home win 2.3 to 100. Left click on odds, home win, that's number 1, and 2.3 to 100. Click save. Next we want teams, home team, goals average per team 0 to 1.5. So we left click teams, goals average per team, home team, from 0 to 1.5. Save. And we want head-to-head percent wins, home team at home, 0. So they've never won at home head-to-head against the team they're playing. So look for streak, left-click streaks, left-click streaks head-to-head, home team, back streaks, percent wins, games played at home, from 0 to 0. So of all the league games that are in this database, this team has never won at home against the team it's playing. So with this strategy, we're laying home teams that have an average goals rate of 1.5 or less. So that's low. They're not the favorite. Their home odds are 2.3 or higher, and they have never won at home against the team they're playing. So we're laying those teams. Seems like a good lay to me. And over history, that's had a yield of -6%, and it's lost most months, but it does sometimes win. This strategy is now ready, so we left-click Save Strategy. This strategy is going to be saved. Do you want to continue? Yes. And then if you have a subscription, it will give you an offer. It will give you the option to follow, and you click Yes, I want to follow. And so that will save and let you follow this strategy. And that strategy is this one here, this 1.08 BSG17 Lay home team. It's important that you use the exact team name because it's triggered by a strategy with this name. If you do give it a different name for some reason, then that strategy name must be here in this Bet on Tips and My Selections rule. But this is set up for this team name, so if you used the exact team name, it's okay. So all the Betaminic strategies are set up now. Next, let's set up my BSG Draw system if you want to try that. It's free for the first month, and it costs money after that, but it's free. Why not try it? So step 1 here is to follow my 2 BSG Draw accounts on TippingSports.com. The links to the profile are in the description below, or they are in the setup PDF. Once you go to TippingSports, you will need to register to log in. After you are logged in, you should see a follow button just under the icon on the left, and you can left click to follow. After you click to follow, I will get an email saying somebody has requested to follow my strategy, and I will approve you. But I need to know who you are, so after you've clicked to follow these 2 accounts, please email me your TippingSports username to bettingsystemsguide@gmail.com saying you want to try it for a month. Once you've done that, next you need to connect your TippingSports account to your BFBot manager by copying and pasting your TippingSports URL into BFBM. Your TippingSports account only has one URL for you. It's your one unique one. So you go to your profile, and then in your profile, left click on automated betting. And if you scroll down here, you will find your URL, and you can copy and paste that into your BFBot manager. You go to manage tips, you go to tips auto loading this time, and you paste it into this URL field here, and left click on activate. And one more very important thing, please change the reload time from whatever it has here as the default to every 3 minutes. This means every 3 minutes it will try and get new tips from TippingSports. And that's good just in case some late tips come in. You want your software to have got those. So make sure you put your TippingSports URL in here. Make sure it's reloading every 3 minutes. And also make sure this active button is left clicked and then click save. Good, done. You will now receive tips from TippingSports. You only need to do that once with your account's automated betting link. You don't do it for each account you're following on TippingSports. You just do it the one time for your account on TippingSports. You just have one URL there. So you've followed my 2 accounts, you told me your username, and you've connected your account to BF Manager. Then you just need to set up market auto loading for first half goals. You don't need to set up for correct score or for match odds. You just need first half goals. You can do this by going to Events and Markets, left click on Auto Load, click Add New, select the sport soccer, and then if there's nothing here, left click to refresh, and then we want first half goals, not 2.5, not 1.5. There it is, first half goals, 0.05. So left click the tick box here, load markets for next 1 day, that's fine. And don't forget to left click auto reload markets and then this is fine, that's fine, that's okay. And click save, left click save. So then I've got loads here, but you will just have one. So you're loading the first half goals, 05, soccer market. And left click save and close. You can go back just to check it really is there. Sometimes people forget to click save and close instead of just close without saving. So make sure you saved and closed and that it's active there. And then you're done. You're all set up. That's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for any updates and new videos coming up. If you're following this bot set, it's a good idea to follow, and that's how you can set up my bot set for 2025. Please do go to my website and go to the Get Started Now page where you can get the setup PDF, the current bot set, and also my Whitaker Excel file. Good luck, everyone.